Hello everybody, this is Sarah from Sarah's Emporium, here to do our monthly pick a card or pick a pile reading for the month of December 2021. It's going to be the end of the year kind of reading. Adjust my light a little bit. So I have 3 piles in front of us right now. And so this is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. We're also going to be, well, I'm also going to be doing this a little bit differently this time around, and I'm going to do karma cards. This is, I've done this in the past where I've done like a 3-card reading and then I'll do like an oracle. This is kind of like it answers your question to a problem. So every pile will have the karma cards pulled, and I'll shuffle those piles as we're going along. And so I have the Nightmare Before Christmas as the tarot cards in the piles, and then the clarifying cards are the Labyrinth cards, just for clarifiers, if I have any where we need to dig a little bit deeper. So grab a cup of cocoa or, whatever warm winter beverage that you prefer. And let's go on into pile number 1. Okay, hello pile number 1. Here is your monthly reading for December 2021. First, we're going to get into what chakra you need to be focusing on this month. And that's going to be the heart chakra, which is the inner child. And that has to do with inner healing, with your younger self. I always like to revert to the book on this one because there's so much more to it. It's not just your heart chakra, there's the inner child as well with this. Yeah, it's time to create a more fulfilling, loving relationship with your inner child. Each person within them expects their childhood to have been worked out. But we have to deal with our inner child in the way that we can be vulnerable, misunderstood, unloved, not heard, and those wounded feelings we hold onto as we were children. When we take these experiences into our adult life, our connection to our inner child sometimes is forgotten. Have you been beating yourself up lately? Been down on yourself and allowed people and situations in your life to affect you negatively? Old wounds may be opened and you may feel trapped and confused. Know that it's time to give your inner child some love and care. Take some time to tune into this wounded being who lies within you. Ask what he or she requires in order to heal. You maybe feel drawn to go and see a healer or to simply take some quiet time to engage in an inner dialogue with this part of you. Whatever is required, know it's a powerful time of healing. Breaking free from these old restraints, it's time to set your inner child free and allow this aspect of yourself to feel safe, loved, and heard. It's time to be fully engaged and present with your inner child to allow deep connection and healing. Love, love, love is the key, and it's, and this card is just saying that you need to let your inner child out to play and to be free. So it's a great time of year for that too, with it being the holiday season and, with the whole spirit of Christmas and, if you believe in Santa or, you know, just all that stuff is very heartwarming. And it's a good time to even, you know, see the world in the eyes of a child. You know, if you have children in your life, you know, it might not be your children in particular, but, you know, just get down to their level with this year. And, you know, last year we kind of were, you know, it kind of stunk that we couldn't really be with our friends and family, and we couldn't do the normal things we normally would do around Christmas time. So this year is going to be like the most epic year to be able to do the things that we weren't able to do before, you know, and I believe making this year the special one, especially for the children. All right, so now we're moving on to the vintage Wisdom Oracle, and you have Beauty. And that's really good. That's nice for beauty with what is going on, with what your inner child is making you look a little bit differently into your world. That's really pretty. Let's see what else there might be. Yeah, basically that's it. There are no mistakes in this weft and perfect design of life's divine masterpiece. The more you align with your divine nature, the greater your capacity to experience beauty. And that's really it. It's a matter of to open your eyes as well as your heart to experience the healing balm of beauty. It is a favorable time to widen your perspectives and actively seek out the rich and sometimes hidden bounty awaiting to explore and integrate into your life. Whether experienced from within or perceived outwardly, the sublime gift of beauty reaffirms your connectionness to life. And that's pretty much, you know, it goes hand in hand with these two. You know, your inner child looking at things in a child's eye. The children see innocent, they're innocent, so they see things in the world and they speak innocently, you know. The whole kids say the darndest things, you know, that old TV show. It's not, you know, they're free. They are not tied down to these restraints of adulthood and, you know, and reality and all that stuff. So they have the chance and opportunity to look at things with their imagination a little bit freer than what, you know, adults have, you know. So if you can actually tap into being able to see things in your imagination and in the innocence, then, you know, then you're going to be doing really well this month. Let's take a look at our inner oracle. Practical Magic Inner Oracle. Oh, that's rose quartz, which is great for healing and love. So a lot of like heart and love and beauty and all that stuff is really surrounding you this month. You have all that healing going on as well. So don't bind yourself and don't, you know, this isn't a time for shadow work. Not this month. This month is just, you know, let yourself be able to play and to be able to look at things in a different aspect and perspective and let the child take over, you know. Obviously don't deny all your you know, adultness that you need to do in the world, but you're gonna heal when you see things in a more beautiful, childlike way. All right, well, let's take a look at the tarot cards for this month. All right. Okay, so we have the Ace of Potions upside down, the World, and the Five of Needles. Okay. So when I look at these, I'm seeing that your world is going to be a little bit turned upside down, just with the fact of you're emotionally going to be a little bit imbalanced. The World card is a great card, and I don't want to, have that taken too lightly, but just looking at the Ace of Potions is, well, Potions is the water, which is your emotions, and with it being upside down, it reminds me of like it's just getting dumped out, that I don't care about my emotions this time around, and that's what that picture makes me think of when it comes to that. Yeah. So it's not a matter of, I don't really want to be emotional this month. I don't want to deal with it. It's a matter of finding the balance between bottling it up and letting it flow freely. So it's time to find that happy medium, Again, be good with yourself, to be childlike, to be excuse me, to let your emotions be innocent, but don't let them overrun you, because you're going to run into there being a conflict, and you don't want to be dealing with that as well. Oops. Let's see. So then the World card, I'm going to get to in just a moment, but I want to get to the Five of Needles. The Five of Needles is, it's like, obviously it's a conflict. You can see the two, the Oogie Boogie and Jack are having a fight, a struggle. But when the card is upside down, it's pretty much you're at a standstill. Both of you are in limbo. Both of you are not going to get any resolve. And it's time to just, let it go. So whatever's going on this month, where I can't really see that these two can play together, but if you're emotionally imbalanced, and it's a good possibility that's with somebody that you are having a conflict with right now, and it's pretty much saying, don't bottle it up, but don't be overbearing, and eventually your guys are going to have to come up with a compromise to handle it. And that's pretty much where the World comes into play. The World is kind of the completion card. Well, it is the completion card in the major arcana. And it's pretty much a happy card. So whatever you were going through, I kind of want to do one of these things and just be like, whatever you guys are going through, let's play it like this. If you're not bottling your emotions up, you're going to deal with it as they come, but you're not going to be like outrageous about it. You're going through a conflict with a friend, family member, whatever. You guys are going to have to come to a compromise because you're just not meeting in the middle. And then at the end of the day, at the end of the month, You know, it's going to be good. Things are going to be good, accomplishments are going to be made, and you're going to be able to help other people out with whatever they're going through as well. So it looks like a really good month. You just got to make sure that you're keeping your emotions in check. A lot of self-love. Know that the world is beautiful, and look at it through the eyes of a child. So then let's look at your Lover's card. It's a beautiful card. We've got the Tree of Life, a lot of trees and branches all around. And it says, look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. And if I couldn't really top that off with anything else, I mean, this is really like a self-love type of pile this month. Find the beauty, look inside yourself, inner child. You know, don't bottle up your emotions. Figure out what you need to do. This is a great month for self-love, but not shadow work. If you guys know what I mean. Shadow work is something where you're digging for stuff to figure out why there's something going on, or why you're being triggered a certain way. That's not what this month is about. This month is about treating yourself well and living life in a upbeat, happy manner as if you were a child, like you were before. This is a really good reading. I'm very happy. So I'm gonna do the karma cards now. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to think of a question, something that has been bothering you, or something that's going to be coming up, and then we're going to have these cards kind of answer that question for you. This is kind of like looking towards the new year as well. I might do a special New Year's reading, but I'm not too sure. I've been kind of hanging low and doing other things, so the videos haven't been as frequent. Alright, so let's see what the answer is to your question. Okay, so we have Mercury in Aries in the 9th house. Okay, and it is very, I think we're actionable because it's red right now. So I'll flip it over for the yeah. So red is action, and then the blue is, I think the blue is just like outcome. So this is the action that you need to do with this question that you have. So with your spirit, mind, and physical. So with your spirit is communicate your willpower as if it or they came from all there is. So it's pretty much giving all your communication, giving it all that you have as if that was it. It was life or death. So you have to be able to communicate, and stick up for yourself, your willpower. And in your mind, you need to analyze what you think you know about the philosophies and laws involved with your question. And then physically, let your mind tell you how to do it your own way, and to do it in a big way. So this is like big stuff, but it has a lot to do with communication, your learning, and being able to listen to what your intuition has to say, and in a big way. So don't hold back. No hold bars. Get what you need to get this going for you for your question. All right, so then in the outcome, we have, so again, it's going to be your soul, mind, and physical. Make sure that's right too. Oops. Oh, spiritual, mental, physical. Pretty much the same thing. So the awareness of energies to meet the challenge of spiritual values. So you're gonna find the awareness of the energies to meet the challenge of spiritual values. And in your mind, many thoughts about or from your desires regarding long-range thinking or travel. So you're going to have thoughts about possibly traveling next year. Like you're thinking about moving, traveling, and you're trying to prepare yourself for that. Many words resulting from the honesty and strength of what is to be shared. So there's going to be, again, a lot of communication, there's a lot of thought process. Mercury is pretty much the communication thought brain, which I find funny because when Mercury's in retrograde, travel can be an issue. So with this month, I don't feel that you're going to have any issues. I don't actually know when Mercury is retrograding, but it does at least 3 times a year. So just probably double check on that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful month. Remember to look inside yourself. Be kind to your inner child. Be innocent. A lot of self-love. Find the beauty in the world. And try to resolve the conflicts that you have. You guys aren't going to come to a conclusion. So I might as well call it stalemate. And then, I hopefully these answered that question that you had while I was shuffling. So I will talk to you all next month. Please feel free to subscribe, like the video, share the video, let other people know about this reading, and I will talk to you all later. Okay, bye. All right, hi pile number 2. Here is your December reading. We're going to start off with what chakra you need to be focusing on for this month. And you have the star chakra. That's the one that's above the crown. Let's see if yeah, so right here. So there's actually the earth chakra, and then right above the crown chakra is the star chakra, which is what we have right here. It says universal light. Or the soul star chakra. Soul star chakra. Say that 3 times fast. So this is to remind you that you are always connected to an extension of a powerful universal light of the cosmos. This light is what fuels your soul and gives birth to the stars. It is the all-wise, all-knowing, all-loving energy of the universe. This light is divine, unconditional love at its purest. Sometimes you can feel disconnected and shut off from this light. However, it is in truth, you are an extension of and made up of this energy and can never be separated. This light loves, guides, and supports you at all times. You are being encouraged to focus on the divine connection to the cosmos and do what is required to deepen and awaken fully to this universal light. You may like to introduce meditation into your routine, attend a spiritual awakening event or workshop, and work on some powerful breathing exercises, or even take up yoga to deepen your connection. Whatever you choose, make sure to action this connection to the universe universal light of the cosmos. As you awaken to this unconditional love, you will feel an abundance of wisdom, support, strength, and light within you and in your world. It will assist you in to make clear decisions as you step towards your personal power. Your heart will expand with love as your soul heals, bringing you peace of mind and well-being into your world. This universal light of the universe loves you no matter what you have or haven't done in your life. It does not judge, and it's unconditional. It understands you at the deepest level. This light is you, your pure essence. You are an amazing, powerful being, and now is the time to believe in your light. Pretty much read that whole book, but it's true. So the ways to connect, as it says, you could do meditation, but meditation, everybody says meditate, but a lot of people have a hard time with it. So I suggest YouTube is the best source of videos for all kinds of guided meditations, Reiki, healing sessions, online type stuff, but they're great. I don't necessarily get into the whole Reiki healing online. I mean, in person is one thing because you have more of a connection with energy. There are ways to get around the energy fields of around the world, but I personally like to be in front and with people when I'm dealing with energy exchange. But what I suggest when you are doing your meditations is to imagine this light. See this beam of light that is shining down from the sun or whatever. Imagine it coming down to your head, like your base of or the top of your head is right there, and just let it fill you up. So that way you can feel this connection with the soul star and know that it is a part of you because you are made of energy and you are a piece of the universe, and energy can only be turned into something else. It can never be destroyed. So there's that. And moving on to the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, we have nature. And we have wonderful poppy seeds and a lovely woman who is, basking in the poppy seeds with some dandelions here. And I can't really tell what that is there. But with nature, I'm pretty sure it's going to be something on the lines of, because I'm going to read out of the book, about finding the beauty within nature, being one with nature. Okay. Yep. Invites you to realign your energies through deepening your affinity with nature. Perhaps you have been overwhelmed by the pressures of daily life or are recovering from a big ordeal. You may feel lost in the details or trapped in the relentless cycle of habitual thoughts or patterns of relating that no longer serve your well. What? Literally just read that out of the book. Sorry. So these relentless cycles and patterns that are happening are not really helping you because you're literally on the hamster wheel. So elevate your integration with nature and allow your intuition to reveal how you would most benefit from her healing elixir. So this is basically saying that you need to realign yourself, get off the hamster wheel, and, go out in nature and take a walk and reconnect yourself. Because integration is reconnecting with the rest of the world, like universe. So that's pretty much where these two are combined, because you can go out in nature and you know, and then reconnect yourself with the universal light. You know, because you don't have to do meditation at night. You could do it during the day. You could do it in the middle of a field. You can do it on your bed. You know, it doesn't matter as long as you're connecting with nature / universal light and in the universe. All right, and let's take a look at the inner oracle. All right, and it's telling you that you really need to do that. So for the fire element is action. So it's right here, it says take action. So you really need to slow down and reconnect yourself with your being, your natural being, your energies, the natural way of the way you should be living. How else can I say it? Yeah, it's time to slow down. You know, it's been a very fast year this year. I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but this year I feel has gone by faster than ever. I don't even feel like this is you know, I'm reading in November for December, but I can't believe that. It's already November, like it's insane. You know, and the year before it was just like, oh, can we please just carry on and get through this year without any issues. 2020 was like dragon. It just would not go any faster than what it needed to. But this year it's like poof, it's almost gone. So that's what you need to do. You need to slow down and you need to take in these moments while we still have 2021 left. You know, we have a whole nother month to go, a month and a half, you know, depending on when you see this video. And I think this is the time to reconnect with your being in yourself. Okay, so let's take a look at your tarot. Okay, so it's actually, wow, okay. You have a lot of presents here. And they're really good. It's basically all presents. You have the presents, which are pentacles in this deck. Let's see, what is that? That is the 6 of presents, upside down. And then we have the 10 of presents, and then the page of presents. Very good. So the 6 of presents is normally a card that when it's on the upright position, it is where you are balancing out giving. So that's it. The 6 of presents is when you are giving and giving and giving, and you're giving to this person, not that person. Like you're really balancing it out. When it's in reverse, it's time to give to yourself. So it's time to give yourself that moment of Zen. It's time to treat yourself to something that you've worked really hard for, and it's going to pay off. This month is definitely a really good month. You're going to feel good about taking that time for yourself. Because then we have the 10 of presents, and that is a card, well, it's a 10, so it's completion. So it's happiness, it's successful financial abundance, because that's what pentacles are all about, or presents are all about. And things are going to end up working out in your interest, because you're taking that time to work and get yourself off the hamster wheel. and it doesn't mean like stop working. It just means that you need to take that time for yourself. If you have time to, you know, spend time with family, or not want to spend time with family, but you want to take time off from work, like that, this is the month to do it. So if you're able to, and like you don't work in like retail, you can totally, because that's where I used to work in retail. I worked on 2 different aspects of retail. One where it was busy in the summertime, and then the other one where it was busy right around the holidays. And they were both different. So summertime one, I couldn't take summertime vacation, versus the other one where I could, and then I was able to take Christmas off and all that good stuff, but then the other one I couldn't. So you know, you'll find your happy medium. That's where this is going to come into play. And then with the Page of Presents, this is where you feel the sudden burst of creativity, and you find, you know, this is like the aha moment, and you're going to be working on this new idea. So whatever has been going on, this could be your little awakening to help you move forward. So when you take that moment of break, you know, take a second to remember your ideas that you had going forward. Yeah, so it's a lot of time for yourself, time to reconnect with nature, time to reconnect with source, the universal light. Give to yourself. Take the action and initiative to do this for yourself. You know, don't feel bad about it. It's not going to hurt anybody's feelings if you take a moment for yourself. If anything, it's going to make you stronger, and that will help you. Meditation's a really great way to find, you know, ideas tend to pop in the brain when you're quieting your mind, or learning how to quiet your mind. All right, so let's take a look at the Lovers card. We have beautiful dove, and that looks like a moon, and it's holding olive branch. I want to say that's an olive branch. It's kind of hard to see because my lighting's washing it out. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So, you might not always know why you need this time for yourself, but you will figure it out if you give yourself the time to do that. All right, so let's move on to the karma cards. This is where you guys get to think of a question, and we're going to have these cards answer them. It could be for just this month. It could be for, you know, into the next coming year. Yeah, so these are good cards. I've done this before. Back when I did the 3-card readings. Okay, so let's see. So we're going to be working with the action first, and then we'll look at the outcome. So we have spirit, mind, and physical, and this is in the action. So we have the moon in Gemini in the 9th house, which is actually kind of funny because the first pile, same house. So I love how like these kind of like intermingle. So let's see, it's so defend what you want to be known as if it or they came from all there is. So what you want to be known, you need it to be as if it was the only thing there and the only thing that is available to accept. All right, and then to accept what is believed about the philosophies and the laws involved. So you need to accept what is believed about the philosophies and the laws of, involved. So you need to look into why people believe a certain thing and what the what the background is behind that, what their belief is. And physically let your feelings tell you how to use the quickest way and do it in a big way. So let your feelings tell you how to use the quickest way and do it in a big way. So you're going to figure out how to make this particular question that you had. You're going to figure out how to get it done quick, and you're going to figure out how it can be a great impact as well. So defend, accept, and let your feelings tell you how to do it. Okay, so it's a lot of introspection. And again, that plays in really well. Like you need to let your brain help you with figuring out what you need to be doing. So now we're going into the outcome of that question. So the nurturing of information to explain spiritual values. Okay, nurturing of the information to explain the spiritual values. Okay, so you're going to be understanding the information a little bit better when it comes to the spiritual values that you are going to be working on. Feelings caused by communications about long-range thinking or travel. So there's going to be talks about a lot traveling and thinking of traveling. And own your feelings about it. So either you want to do it or you don't want to do it. And then reactions resulting from the fluctuations of what is to be shared. So you're going to have to deal with people reacting to your reactions. And it's not always going to be the way you want it to be. All right, so hopefully this answered your questions. Yeah, so this looks like a very good month for you guys. There's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of self-love. There's going to be great outcomes when you sit with yourself. And don't delay on it. Definitely not. You're going to want to take full-on action here. And through it all, there will be a blessing to be received, and there's going to be a good idea popping up as well through all this integration and self-care for you this month. So if you enjoyed this reading, feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, and share with your friends so that they know about these readings as well. I'm going to try to do a New Year's reading, but I'm not too sure how that is going to work out. But yeah, I will see you all next month. All right, bye. All right, hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your December reading for year 2021. And we're going to find out what is going on for you this month. Let's take a look at to see what chakra you need to be focusing on this month. Okay, so you have the star, the soul star, which is, again, I don't know if you guys watch all the way through, but it is the chakra right above the crown chakra. So there's like 2 more chakras. There's a lot more chakras, but these are the main chakras of the system of this particular deck. So soul healing. So you're going to be working on your soul. So it's an all-powerful conscious aspect of your being and is currently undergoing a healing process. This awakening can sometimes stir up things in your life that it creates the change required to expand to a higher state of awareness. You are undergoing a rite of passage where the things that are not working in your life are being reviewed. Know that this chaos is a positive thing. It is what is required at this time. There is a divine order to this chaos, and you're being asked to trust, listen, and action the loving guidance from your soul. Your soul holds the medicine for you to heal and knows what's best for you. It is a time of deep cleansing, and you are encouraged to let go of the old as you make way for the new. And it says, listen to the messages your body and soul are offering you and follow through on its guidance. Amazing awakening is happening for you right now, and soon you will reap the rewards. Know that the process you're currently undergoing is a powerful injection of positive light from your soul to heal deeply. And if pile number 2 had the same chakra but a different card, and I talked about meditation real briefly, so if you wanted to go back onto pile number 2 to hear a little bit about the meditation and a method that I suggest, then feel free to go back to that. But I'm not going to bore you with that if you've already watched through. So we're going to move on to the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I have no idea why I can't remember the title of the card this week, but so it's talking about new beginnings, which is really interesting because you're going through an awakening period. And new beginnings, you're vulnerable. There's going to be a moment in time where you're going to feel that you are not ready for it. You are going to be you're going to be vulnerable. I mean, this person here, she's holding up, or she's holding a cherub, and she's floating, without too much of a care. It's almost like the baby is, the cherub is carrying her as she's being whisked to a different area or a different place. Except her offspring. I don't know. Unless her offspring is a cherub, I don't know. Sorry, the book. So this card indicates you may be about to enter a new phase of life. Unlike the card of transition, the mood of the new beginnings is joyful and expectancy, heralding an opportunity to wipe the slate clean and start fresh. The supportive, nurturing energy of this card helps transcend old habits or ways of relating which have been holding you back. So your soul healing, right, is all about your awakening. And you're going into this new beginning without any worries. Wow, that's awesome. that's pretty much it. Like you're going to be going through this transition, and you're going to be getting rid of things that don't need to be a concern anymore, and you're going to be focusing on this new situation, this new awakening, this new path in your life. All right, so let's see what the inner full moon. So it's control. You are going to be in control of what is happening with this new beginning. You don't have any fear. I mean, it's not you, but you are naked out there in the world. You don't have any burdens. You don't have anything to worry about. You have stripped yourself of all these, shoulda, woulda, couldas, all these, expectations from the rest of the world, and you are going to take on this new situation without really skipping a beat and not worrying about what other people think of you. And that's awesome. So this month is going to be all about you moving forward, you taking control, and you understanding what your soul needs to be able to carry on. All right, so let's move on to your tarot. So we have the 8 of Candles, the 10 of Potions, and the 4 of Needles. Okay, so there's going to be a time you're going to be kicking butt this month, but you're going to need to rest at some point. This is always a rest card, no matter how we go about it. It is to give yourself a little bit of grace as well. So the Candles is Wands, and Wands is 8 of Wands, and that is an action card for sure. Yeah. So things are changing quickly. You're heading in a fast pace in your life. So this is definitely a moving forward situation. Things are going to be happening, and you're going to be, really taking this on, and you're going to go to town. And I don't even know if it's going to be because of this reading, or if it's just going to be the fact that you already know that you are done with whatever nonsense that was going on before, and you are going to be moving forward. You're going to be letting it go. The 10 of Potions upside down is a little bit worrisome, just for the fact that it's normally a very positive card. So yeah, so there's probably something that you need to be communicating with somebody else. Maybe you're on the ball and you know what you need to do. You're the one who has been taking the reins, but the person that you are with, or your partner in crime, coworker or business partner, is not there with you. So it's a good time to sit down and have a conversation with them, and just, make sure that you all both are on the same page. Did you go in with the same ideas, and now things have changed? Is there a breakdown of communication? It's just something that might be a little bit of upheaval. You're taking the reins, you're in charge of the situation, you're moving forward, you're but this is just going to be a little bit of a challenge, I feel. And rest. Take a moment. Full charge. You're ready to go, but just take a step back and make sure that you're ready to do that. So these two are your roadblocks. Make sure that whoever you are working with, even if it's not someone that's actually working with you, it could be your partner. Make sure that they are on the same page as well. So get your ducks in a row. take the moment of rest. You're still in control, you're still moving forward, but just, you know, you want to make sure your partner is on the same page as you. You know, business partner or, you know, partner in life. So speaking of that, let's look at your love card for this month. And it says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So this one is a little bit out of place for me. Just for the fact of if there's something going on with this, you might need to be having a deeper conversation with that person. You know, they love you unconditionally. So whatever you're doing, that's why you're the one who's in control. So whatever you are doing, they don't mind what's going on. But I have a strange feeling that they're going to be the, you know, the cog in the wheel that's going to get stuck. Like they're going to be like, whoa, 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 maybe this isn't the way we need to be going, but you're already committed. You're already moving forward. So definitely take that time to make sure that they're ready to go. They love you unconditionally, but, you know, they could be the one that could be down the road causing that issue. Let's just clarify, like you're the only pile that I feel that needs to be clarified right now. Let's see, what can we ask? Let's ask, is it, let's see, what can we ask for a question? I feel like is it your partner? Is it your goal that could be the emotional problem? All right, so the Eight of Feathers is the is the Eight of Swords in the Labyrinth deck, and it's in reverse. So you know what you need to do in order to move forward, in order to move. Normally this is a card where in the Rider-Waite-Smith where the woman is bound and blindfolded, but she has a way out. She just doesn't see it because she's, you know, in her own head, in her own world. So you know what you need to do in order to make sure that this goes forward. So I don't think I'm not gonna press any further on that, but just know that that it's definitely something you know that you need to do, and you need to have that conversation with the person that is in your life, just to make sure that your new beginning and your awakening is going to align with their visions as well. All right, so now we're moving on to the karma cards. So every pile I've been just having you guys think of a question that you want to have answered, and we're going to do the planet signs and houses to answer those questions. So I'm going to shuffle while you're thinking of it, and then hopefully these will, you know, kind of give you the answers you're looking for the question. So let me stop talking. Alrighty, so do the action first and then the outcome. So then we have Uranus in Cancer in the 3rd house. Okay, so stir up the situation by using your feelings, by making the right connections. So that is spirit. Be open, so spirit, mind, and physical. Be open to new ideas about attitudes from the past, about the idea in question. Be open to the new ideas about about attitudes from the past, about the ideas in question. So this one, I would say, there's been something that has been, maybe that is your goals, that you had set this in stone, this is what's going to happen, and there's another idea that's come about that needs to be looked at. Don't be afraid to look at that new idea, and don't be so stonewall about your original idea that you can't flex a little. That's one thing with different people, is that we write things down and we think it's written in stone, and we don't have the opportunity to scratch it out and start all over again. There's always, it doesn't even matter how old you are, you can always start over again. Just certain physical things you wouldn't be able to do, but it's nothing saying you can't learn something new, no matter what your age. All right, so physically, invent a way to use your intuition and get your ideas going. So invent a way to get your ideas going and use your intuition to do that, which is another soul healing thing. New beginnings. Use your intuition to get these ideas moving. Yeah. That's awesome. So, and in conclusion, so the outcome, an unusual example of intuition to protect your ideas. An unusual example of intuition to protect your ideas. So this could be you writing stuff down in a journal. Make sure that you are keeping it safe. I really can't think of anything else with that one. A different way of looking at attitudes from the past about short-term thinking and trips. Wow, it's kind of funny. The other two piles, they had long-term thinking and travel. So this one's just like trips. So something is going to be short-lived. And it's in the past, so it's actually, I don't believe in, so something that shortly happened recently that's now in the past, that you need to look at it in a different perspective. I don't believe in the shoulda, woulda, couldas. I don't believe in living in the past, because you can't change it. It already happened. All you can do is learn from it and move forward. Yeah, so it's something that just happened because it was short-termed, but you need to look at it in the opposite way. So, an unexpected change resulting from the history of who or what is around you. That's interesting. Unexpected change resulting from the history of who or what is around you. So again, I think that has to do with looking at things in a different way, which can be unusual for a lot of people, but not for you. You're going to be able to look at things all the way around and figure out exactly what is going on. Nice. It's a lot of ideas, a lot of connection, a lot of looking at things in a different way. So like walking in someone else's shoes, seeing, you know, the reason why that person feels the way they do, and just reassuring that things will be okay. Because whatever happened, it's only short term. So, you know, we can always change things, and it doesn't really, it's not set in stone. So, alright, that is it, guys, for this December 2021 reading. If you liked this reading, please feel free to hit the like button and share with your friends to let them know about the reading. Feel free to also subscribe. I'm going to see about doing a New Year's reading, another pick a pile. I'm not too sure yet though, but I definitely will see you in the next reading, okay? So I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, bye.